Hello everyone. Before we dive in, be sure to first check our previous videos, drop your thoughts, feelings and lessons in the comments below. Like the video and subscribe so you never miss stories like this. Let's get into it. The island wedding eve party started like a tropical screenplay. Coral sky, steel drums, aunties in lemon yellow sundresses, uncles arguing about dominoes and sunscreen. Maya and Jordan, two beautiful Americans who swore the ocean had chosen them, floated between cabanas like royalty with paper crowns. The bartender poured guava mocktails shaped like little palm trees. Tomorrow we trade I do for I did that. Jordan joked and Maya elbowed him. The best man, Theo, flashed dimples that could convince a coconut to open itself. Laughter breezed through the palms, easy and bright, the kind of night that thinks it can't possibly go wrong. The resort's event coordinator had a flair for chaos disguised as games. Toasts and roasts, she announced. We'll keep it light like a pineapple and maybe prickly like a pineapple. Laughter again. Lila, the maid of honor, kicked it off. Maya's greatest skill is pretending she doesn't know how to dance until the DJ plays Beyoncé. Then suddenly her ancestors log in. Maya bowed. Jordan claimed he could juggle plantains. He couldn't. Theo swore he'd keep his speech under 3 minutes. Short and sweet, he winked, like mango sorbet. Nothing sticky. Everyone clapped, unaware of the stickiness to come. The staff set out tiny cards for 2 truths and a wish. A tame version of the brutal college game. We'll keep secrets off the menu, the coordinator promised. This is about fun. A seagull cackled. Lila went first. I once ate an entire key lime pie alone. I can beat anyone at Uno, and I wish Maya stops rescuing houseplants. Maya protested, my succulents have souls. Theo read his, I ran a half marathon, I cry at dental commercials, and I wish Jordan learns to relax. Jordan saluted. I relax fine. Ask my hammock. Then Uncle Ray invented Truth Karaoke, where you had to switch lyrics for confessions. He grabbed the mic. Musical note, I left my diet in Ohio with my old jeans. Musical note, everyone howled. Aunt Deidre crooned. Musical note, I act allergic to dogs because I don't want to pet sit your wolf. Musical note, the DJ spun tropical remixes, and secrets began to surf the beat. Maya was dared to sing. She smirked. Musical note, I replaced the sugar with honey and I never told Jordan sorry. Musical note, Jordan clutched his cup. That explains the bees. Theo's turn. Musical note, I sometimes rehearse speeches in the mirror. Musical note. Hot seat, couple edition, announced the coordinator, placing wicker chairs like thrones. Maya and Jordan sat back to back. Favorite thing about each other? Her laugh, Jordan said. His shoulders, Maya answered, triggering whistles. Pet peeves? She double books brunch, he said. He triple checks receipts, she replied. Last lie you told? Maya paused. That I wasn't nervous. Jordan nodded. That I wore SPF. Theo, hovering like a helpful lighthouse, chuckled too loudly. Hydrate, bro. The questions were feather-light, but feathers float toward fans, and the night had several, spinning lazily, waiting for a job. The photo booth was a magnet, its prop box spilling fake mustaches, tiaras and a foam best man sash. Theo wore it like it came from his tailor. He and Maya posed with surfboards, doing mock soap opera stares. We look like a telenovela, she teased. El amor del coco. Jordan photobombed wearing a snorkel. Click flash laughter. The booth coughed out a strip labeled with time stamps that insisted on accuracy. On the second try the printer glitched, printing an older strip from earlier in the afternoon. Maya and Theo too close, a whisper captured as if the machine had ears. We should delete that, Theo murmured, light but urgent. The attendant shrugged. Machine got island memory. Jordan picked up the strip. What's this? You two practicing your academy speech? Rehearsing the toast. Theo said quickly. Maya smiled, practiced and serene, the kind you use for airport lines and uninvited opinions about wedding cake. Everything's under control, she quipped, tucking the strip into the prop box like a stray seashell. The steel drums tilted toward sunset tones. Someone yelled for limbo. The bar shook maracas. Not all music drowns a whisper. Some notes cling to the shoreline. Lila proposed a group chat slideshow. All the funniest photos from the past year, one love story told via memes. Nothing incriminating, she warned, pointing at cousins already smirking. And no receipts. This is a romance, not the comments section. Photos bloomed on the projector. Maya buried in tulips, Jordan dressed as a very confident lobster, Theo asleep with a cat wearing a tiara. That cat is royalty, Theo said. Laughter rolled. Then someone airdropped the wrong image. A close-up of engraved initials inside a cufflink, T&M, date carved clean. Cute, someone said. Theo and Maya? The room blinked. Theo lifted his glass. Custom engraving shop messed up, he lied smoothly. Should be TNJ. They corrected it. Lila squinted. Why is the date last spring? Theo's smile briefed his dimples to work overtime. I plan gifts early. Jordan grinned. Man's organized. He's got a spreadsheet for his spreadsheets. The joke landed enough to skate past the moment. The projector continued. Maya and Jordan with their travel backpacks, grinning at airport gates. Aunt Deidre dabbed her eyes. Young love always thinks gate changes are metaphors. The sea exhaled, steady and indifferent, like a witness that can't be bribed. Roast the Timeline was next. Favorite meet-cute folklore, lovingly distorted. Jordan recounted, she spilled chai on my thesis and my GPA forgave her. Maya countered, he once sent flowers to my coworker by mistake. That's how we met HR. Theo took the mic, voice velvet. From the moment Maya said hi, Jordan knew he was in over his head. He paused, eyes flicking to Maya for half a heartbeat. We all did. Cheers. Someone yelled, tell the boat story. Maya laughed. Which one? The paddleboard, the ferry, or the time Jordan tried to impress a stingray? The stingray story always killed. Jordan pantomimed bravery, Maya delivered the punchline, he proposed, to the life jacket. The crowd roared. It said yes. Jordan bowed. Theo clapped, but there was static wrapped around his applause. Lila noticed because that's what maids of honor do. Notice and then file away. She drifted toward the bar where the photo booth attendant was frowning at the printer. Battery low, he murmured. Or haunted, she joked. The attendant handed her a misprint. Lila froze. It was Maya and Theo, forehead to forehead, captured in a private weather report. Lila slid the strip into her clutch as if it could bite. She glanced at Maya, who was teaching Aunt Deidre a TikTok dance. Theo watched, too still for a party. Lila sipped water, thinking. She was loyal to Maya, to the relationship she'd helped build like a bridge, plank by plank. Yet a bridge can't pretend a river isn't under it. The DJ announced confession cards, one more lighthearted nudge, anonymous truths tossed into a treasure chest, read aloud for laughs. I once microwaved a spoon. Hysterics. I pretend to like kombucha. Betrayal. I lost the wedding playlist. Screams. I kissed someone I shouldn't have this year, the coordinator read, still smiling. Oh, the crowd sang. Who was it? The spoon kisser? The second card, I lied about where I was Friday nights. Someone hooped. Third card, I'm not the only one. Bodies leaned in like palm fronds chasing breeze. Lila's pulse drummed. None of this meant anything and somehow it meant everything. She recognized the handwriting on the third card. Theo's capital T had a cocky angle. She looked at him. He was already watching her, then flicked his gaze toward Maya, soft and complicated. The coordinator tossed candy between readings to make truth taste sweeter. I'm still in love with someone who will never choose me. Corners of the room grew thoughtful. I hate group projects but love group snacks. Balance restored. I think the bride is braver than she knows. Maya smiled, eyes shiny. Jordan squeezed her hand, oblivious to the sentence that would soon detonate his evening. Lila excused herself to the beachside walkway. The waves hissed honest, uncaring. She texted Maya, need a word. Maya sent back a heart and a dolphin. Not the right animals for this conversation. She returned to find Uncle Ray organizing the gentle roast, a semi-innocent circle where everyone says one ridiculous thing they adore about you. Jordan, your calendar has a calendar. We love that. Maya can make a grocery list sound like poetry. Theo, you believe a pocket square can solve diplomacy. Lila, you walk like the runway owes you money. Laughter ricocheted. Theo took his turn. Jordan, you're dependable, and I mean that as a rare compliment. He turned to Maya. And you, have a hurricane's heart, the good kind, all rain that makes things grow. The room sighed. The bartender, who had seen too many weddings to believe any were simple, announced rum punch time. Jordan lifted his cup. To tomorrow, he shouted. To tomorrow, the guests echoed like a charm against whatever lurked. Theo didn't drink. Lila saw that too. She moved to Maya, low whisper, we need to talk. Maya's smile stayed practiced. Later, she said, voice sweet as guava. Lila tried again, crisp. No now. Theo stepped closer, subtle protective gravity. Jordan noticed, eyes flicking between his best man and his bride. The steel drums paused, maybe adjusting a strap, maybe sensing a storm. Is everything okay? Jordan asked, light but searching. Because my stomach thinks we ordered the drama platter. Maya kissed his cheek. Everything's perfect, she said, and it sounded like a wish negotiating with truth. The coordinator chirped, time for the slideshow finale, messages from friends. Faces filled the screen. Childhood neighbors, college roommates, that one yoga teacher who couldn't whisper. Choose each other every day, they said. Laugh first, fight fair. Then, a video nobody recognized. Shaky camera, hotel balcony, two voices laughing. The date stamp from spring appeared like a verdict. It's only us, one voice murmured. Maya's. Jordan's cup tilted, liquid trembling like it knew the script. Theo stepped forward, but the room went statue still. The screen showed only an ocean, then two hands entering the frame. Familiar bracelets, familiar cuff. I'll follow you anywhere, the second voice whispered. Theo's. Someone gasped, a sound like a zipper catching. The video cut. The projector went black, merciful and too late. Silence followed, so total the palm frond seemed to stop breathing. Lila closed her eyes. The bartender whispered, well, that's content. Aunt Deidre prayed with her napkin. The DJ turned off the mic as if quiet could fix it. What is this? Jordan asked, not shouting, which somehow hurt more. Maya looked at Theo, then at the sea, then at the place between her feet where decisions turned to fossils. A mistake, she said finally, the kind word for a reckless truth. Theo's jaw flexed. It wasn't just a mistake. Lila felt the floor tilt. Not now, she hissed to him, but he'd chosen now. The island had chosen now. Guests tried to become furniture. The coordinator counted chafing dishes. Somewhere, a gull decided this was a bad table for crumbs. Jordan set his cup down very gently, a ceremony for putting away illusions. How long? He asked, voice steady, eyes red. Maya answered to her shoes. A while. Theo's dimples had quit. His face was raw and human. Before we got together? Jordan asked. Maya nodded. And after? Another nod. The ocean made that soft shushing noise reserved for children and catastrophes. Lila stepped forward, the unofficial defender of things. You should have told him, she said, not cruel, just accurate. Maya looked at her, grateful and doomed. I know, she whispered. I thought I could manage the tide. You arranged this, Jordan said, not a question now. The best man slot. The late night planning. The matching cufflinks last spring. Theo swallowed. I wanted to be near her. Maya flinched. We wanted to figure it out, she said, apology braided with defiance. I loved you, Jordan. I love you. But love is not a polite shape sometimes. A cousin muttered, it's a boomerang sometimes, hits the wrong head. Uncle Ray hissed, shoo, too late. The projector, perhaps out of guilt, glowed with a screensaver of floating sea turtles, adorable and wildly unhelpful. Jordan laughed, a brief shocked thing. So I was the rehearsal dinner. He looked at the guests. Everyone please keep your jokes. I've got 2 years left. Nobody laughed. The bartender slid water to Jordan like a life preserver. No rum, he said softly. You want clear thoughts. Jordan nodded, eyes wet. Thanks. He turned back to Maya and Theo. I might forgive someday. I might not. But tomorrow is not a wedding anymore. He said it gently, like a surgeon who also bakes pies, skill and kindness mixed but cutting all the same. Theo opened his mouth. Lila shook her head once, hard. Don't ask him to understand tonight, she said. Don't beg Maya to rewrite the calendar. Theo, for once without a script, closed his mouth. Maya stepped closer to Jordan, hands shaking. I'm sorry, she said, useless and sincere. I'm sorry I thought I could hold both boats. I'm sorry I made you anchor in a storm. He looked at her, really looked, past the makeup and jokes and playlists. You were the storm, he said softly. It was beautiful. And it wrecked me. Aunt Deidre approached like a diplomatic mission. We can all leave, she offered the room. Get some air. Tomorrow's schedule can be revisited. Or shredded. Whatever the math demands. People moved with careful kindness, forming quiet shelters of family on the sand, the deck, the lobby. The coordinator collected the confession chest like a cursed artifact. The DJ unplugged cables with reverence. The steel drums rested their circles. Even the gulls clocked out. Lila reached for Maya's hand. Maya let her. Theo stood alone, an empty frame looking for a picture that would never develop. On the beach, Jordan walked to the waterline. Waves flirted with his shoes, pulled back, returned. Maya followed at a distance. If you need me to disappear, she said, I can. He shook his head. You already practiced. It wasn't cruel. It was arithmetic. I loved you, she said. I believe you, he answered. I loved you, she said again as if repetition could build a raft. I believe you, he said again as if belief could build a bridge. They stared at the horizon, where endings pretend to be beginnings if you're far enough away. Theo stopped a few yards behind them. I'll leave tomorrow, he said to both to neither. I never meant to humiliate anyone. Jordan exhaled. Humiliation isn't the headline. Truth is. It's messy but it travels faster than gossip. Theo nodded, something like relief and regret sharing rent in his ribcage. I love her, he said. I know, Jordan replied. So do I. The tide came in anyway because the tide keeps its promises even when people don't. Lila watched from the dunes, fingers tight on her clutch, the misprinted photo strip pressing a hot line into her palm. Back at the venue, the coordinator changed the signboard from Eve of Forever to Private Event. She dimmed the lights to a forgiving glow. Lila returned with Maya, who looked like a statue melted by a soft hurricane. Aunt Deidre brought shawls as if warmth could negotiate with shock. Jordan came in last, not marching, not fleeing. He nodded to the room. Thank you for loving us, he said. Please make sure you get home safe. Tomorrow we'll be canceling the ceremony. No waver. No flourish. Just a clear, merciful cut. The guests drifted to elevators like gentle ghosts. The bartender packed up the pineapple cups, whispering apologies to fruit. The DJ carried the steel drum like a sleeping baby. Lila sat with Maya on the edge of the dance floor. You can still choose honesty even after it hurts, Lila said. I did, Maya answered, eyes glassy. Too late is still late. Theo hovered in the doorway, then left, the foam best man, sash abandoned on a chair, absurd and tragic as a clown in the rain. It would be funny another year. Tonight it was a headline. Jordan returned to the beach alone, leaving footprints that couldn't decide whether to be brave or broken. He didn't cry at first. Then he did, with the quiet of a man who respects sound design. He took off his ring, pre-ring, a promise ring they'd bought impulsively, and placed it in his pocket. Not throwing you, he told it, because jokes were muscle memory. Stars appeared, arrogant and helpful. The sea wrote unreadable calligraphy on the shore. Somewhere a turtle nested. Life kept doing that rude thing where it continued, unconsulted. Morning came with unapologetic brightness. The resort staff replaced ceremony chairs with lounge chairs, trading vows for towels. Lila helped Maya pack her bouquet out of sight. Theo checked out, tipping heavily, a man atoning in small coins. Jordan walked the boardwalk once, twice, breathing like it counted. Friends hugged them in triangles because love is rarely a straight line. No one made a speech. The island kept its beauty the way beautiful things do when they outlive human plans. The wedding ended, but the truth, stubborn and salt-bright, promised something else. A beginning that wasn't planned but was real. If you enjoyed this story, please like, comment and share this video with your friends. Subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a powerful story drop.